YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year to you, and today we're here to do a short reflection on 2020 and talk about goals and intentions for 2021. In 2020, I didn't meet any of my reading goals, and I'm fine with it because 2020 was just such an unpredictable year that I'm just happy to have come out of it alive and healthy, and with my family alive and healthy as well. I lost some friends. I had some experiences I never imagined, some good, some terrible. And what happened? What do you want? This? And so I didn't read a lot of the things that I planned. I didn't read the number of books that I had intended, and I certainly didn't read some of the specific books that I intended. But overall, I still had a great year, and I'm here to celebrate everything that was positive that came, not positive as in terms of a positive test, but everything that was good that came out of 2020. I'm here to celebrate it and just to think about maybe getting a do-over. So all my 2020 goals, almost all of them, I'm just pushing them forward to 2021. So you going somewhere? In 2020, here are a few of the things that I said that I was wanting to do. I wanted to read 120 books. I didn't read 120. I read 118 or so. I wanted to do the ABC Country Challenge again, where I read 26 books from 26 countries that the country's initials start with, spell out the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I have done that sometimes in the past, and I wanted to do that again in 2020. I didn't even come close. I didn't even assess my progress. I wanted to work on the Reading Women Challenge last year, and I did do a fair amount of the prompts. I didn't do all of them. The Pop Sugar Challenge, I said I wanted to do. I didn't. After putting it in my reading journal, I don't think I ever looked back at it. And Read Harder Challenge by Book Riot, same. So this year, I'm gonna whittle those down. Other things that I said I wanted to do last year, I'm looking at my notes. Other things I said I wanted to do last year, I wanted to read more books by Nobel Prize winners. I think I did a couple of them, but it wasn't foremost in my mind. I also wanted to do a Toni Morrison Completist Challenge. I started with a group at the beginning of the year, and the goal was to read all of Toni Morrison's novels in order of publication. I read one, and I started the second one in February, and I didn't finish, and I went to March, and we went to Jamaica, and we came back and the world was different, and yeah, so that went out the window. And yeah, so 2020 was a bust. So pushing all of those essentially from 2020 to 2021, here are my 2021 reading goals. First, I want to read 150 books. It's something that I know I can do. It's something that I'd like to do again. That's an average of 12 books a month for 6 months of the year, and 13 books for the other 6 months. 72 and 78 make 150, right? So yeah, my goal is to read 150 books for the year. I also started my book club, RunwrightReads book club. I talked about it in a video here, as well as I talk about it on Instagram. If you're not already following me on Instagram, go check me out over there. The goal for the 2021 RunwrightReads book club is we're reading Caribbean books, and every month I'm going to choose 2 books from a country or a territory or a region, and we'll read those 2 books kind of to compare how the 2 authors represent the country, and use that as a way to travel the Caribbean in 2021. So 24 books of my 150 books will come from the Caribbean. I'm also going to be hosting Caribathon again, so more Caribbean books will be read. It's wonderful. Aside from that, however, I do want to read from other countries. So I'm hoping to read from about 50 countries this year, and also from the 50 United States. It's something that I was tracking last year, and I'll put somewhere what I did with my US state reading last year, but it's something that I want to do more of this year, not just read books that are set in New York and California and Florida. Like I read the book Idaho by Emily Ruskovich last year, and that was fantastic because I don't think I'd read a book about Idaho before. So that's something that I want to be intentional about again as well. Specific challenges, like reading challenges, I also want to participate in Reading Women this year. I'm going to be a little bit more intentional about checking my progress throughout the year, not just waiting at the end of the year to see how I've done. Another challenge that I saw on Instagram that I want to participate in is called 10 Decades Challenge. And the goal is to read a book from each of 10 different decades. They don't have to be chronological, ascending, just 10 different decades, 10 books. So I want to participate in that. It's being hosted by Reggie Reads on Instagram, and I'll link that down below if you're interested in participating in that as well. Also, I am doing a little project with Doris from Aldi Books. At the end in December, we saw this article, I think by Elle Magazine, where they were highlighting, I don't know if they still are, highlighting authors and the books that are meaningful to them in some way. And so the focus in this article was on Jacqueline Woodson and some books that she talked about that responded to different things in her life. Doris said that she wanted to read some of the books, and I said I wanted to read some of those books too. So we went through the list of books and we picked out the ones that we've already read. Obviously, we haven't read all the same books, but we have 12 books. We each have 12 books from that list that we want to read. And so the goal for that is to read a book a month to do the Jacqueline Woodson challenge, as well as we're going to be reading a book by Jacqueline Woodson. So I'm going to be doing that throughout the year with Doris, and you can look out for collaboration videos or discussions on my channel and her channel as well, and we'll be talking about that as the year goes on. I think that's pretty specific. Aside from that, I want to make TBRs and actually follow them this time. Last year, one other goal from last year I didn't mention was I wanted to read about 40 books from my shelves last year, and with the library closing and I had to read a lot of my own books, but I also got a lot of books from publishers last year. So if I count that as a book that I had gotten and I'm reading, then I definitely met that goal. But as to reading books that I had already owned and picked 40 of those from my shelves, I don't think I did that at all. Thank you, baby. Thank you, sweetheart. Come. I'm coming. Okay, you can't stand up under there. No. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, you can't stand up under there. Okay. You can't stand up under the table. Remember, you're too tall now for the table. Okay. How about a little sugar? Sugar for my sugar. How about a little sugar for my sugar? Your grandmother says that when you get a bump, give you a little sugar. And a little sugar from mommy. Yeah, okay. So, a couple of other challenges from last year that I forgot to mention that I was doing and didn't do very well with them. See, yeah, you could play with that. A couple of other challenges from last year that I forgot to mention. I've been working on this project to read all the Man Booker winners and make videos about them in the order of the wins. And I've collected some of the books. They're up on those two top shelves, and I just have not finished. And that just got stalled last year just because I read a few of the books and I still haven't made videos about them, and I'm probably going to have to reread or skim those books in order to make those videos. This year I want to be better with videos. Let's talk about that later. But I want to continue with my Man Booker Prize winning book reading and video making series. So that's another goal this year. I want to finish it. I have the books. I need to just read them. Another challenge from last year was to review all my books on Instagram. I was so far behind with pictures during the pandemic that I just never caught up. So at the end of the year, I'm not sure whether I should still post all those videos or just start fresh. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But aside from that, I also want to be better with tracking. I know I've said a lot of things that I want to do, but 2020, I had an infant and she's now a toddler and she demands a lot of my attention. Not necessarily that she needs me, she wants me to monitor her, but she just needs to be monitored all the time. Like this morning, she was trying to climb up on the bookshelves. I can't leave her anywhere. But going back to the goal, I've been using Goodreads to track my reading, and I also maintain an Excel spreadsheet on my computer, and I have done so now for about 4 years. And I love having that record where I have statistics that I can, manipulate and track different things that are important to me. But I also want to have a visual record of my reading. And so I have this sketchbook, which I love. I love sketchbooks. I don't sketch as often as I should. I don't draw. I don't watercolor as much as I would like to. But this year, I'm going to be combining a lot of my interests in this reading journal, which is my sketch pad. And another reason I love this, I got this at Michael's for $1. Complete win. I was thinking that I wanted something a little bit smaller. This is an 8.5 by 11. I wanted a 7 by 10. But this gives me so much more room to do a lot of the things that I want to do. So in my reading journal this year, what I want to do is to write something down for each of the books that I read. I also want to draw pictures or represent the cover in some way. So I'm going to be doing that in this book. And I don't have anything to share with you yet because today is January 6th and I haven't yet finished the book. I'm still reading Barack Obama's Promised Land. I've been talking about that over on Instagram. So if you're not already following me on Instagram, if you're on Instagram, go check me out over there. Alright, we have to go. Little one is tired. She was up a lot last night and she's a little cranky today. But also, we're wearing purple. We're doing this January challenge with Lauren from Lauren and the Books on Instagram. And every day we're wearing a different color of the rainbow. And some days we match and some days we don't. Today we do. You have to show the people that we're matching. Okay, don't cry. Okay, you didn't bump your head that hard. You want another piece of cookie? You want another little piece of sugar? Sugar. Ah, honey, honey, do 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 do. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Yes, okay, so that's it for my goals video. This is way longer than I intended. Okay, so those are my reading goals. So those are my bookish goals, and aside from that, I just wanted to be more present here on YouTube. Last year it was difficult just because, like, you could see, it's hard sometimes to make videos. I actually made a video yesterday and when I went to upload it, the audio was almost non-existent. So I'm here this morning again, re-recording this video. But this year, I'm hoping that, as little one has gotten a little older and a little bit more independent, I can, as long as she will actually sit down and actually play, I can make more videos. So I want to be more present, more intentional with you. I want to thank you so much for having stuck with me through 2020. If you have been with me since the beginning, sometimes it's rough going here on the channel. But I want to be back. I want to be present. I want to be intentional. I want to do more and do better of sharing my reading experiences with you. So thank you so much for watching this video. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how your 2021 plans are going, how 2020 wrapped up for you. And we'll chat in the comments. Until next time, happy reading. Bye. Yes, darling. What's up? You came to spend time with mommy? Okay, come. Do your flashcards. Pot. Pot. Honey pot. That's Winnie the Pooh. Friend. Friend. Can you say friend? Say friend. Friend. Boy. Boy. That's Christopher Robin. Boy. What's on the back? There's another one on the back. Book. Oh, it's your favorite. Book. Book. You say book? Book. House. Bounce. Bounce, 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 bounce.